Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all, got a chance to watch Dana White's Contender Series on time last night for a change, and I'm glad I did because this fight between Yan Qihui and Karine Silva at flyweight, it was a good fight. It was a good action-packed fight. Silva, she went in there, she earned the contract. She got a second-round guillotine finish over Yan Qihui. Yan Qihui, she wanted to go in there and press the action and make this like a very rough and rugged fight and get it to the ground and try to break Karine Silva down. But Karine Silva, she showcased her well-roundedness in this fight. She was good on the feet. She knew how to use her reach, throw those long, extended power shots, with the kicks as well. She was good on the ground, good on her back. And she was able to just really expose the holes in Yan. Yan was starting to gas out after that first round. That first round was back and forth action, but I had to give it to Silva because she was very good off the back, very effective work. And, she had Yan in a position where she wanted, off of her back. She seemed calm, cool, and collected. And then eventually, she was able to get in that good work with those elbows. But in that second round, I think, Yan was just being very reckless, and Silva was able to capitalize. She's very good with the jiu-jitsu, so she capitalized, got that guillotine choke, and yeah, she made a big statement to earn that contract. Real quick, going back and looking at the first round, right away, Silva, she opened the round with a hard front kick and a good straight right hand, knocking Yan back. And then Silva, was just overall showcasing that long reach and power, in the end of her shots, and like some of these other long, lanky fighters, she was really extending her shots and, taking advantage of that reach. Like I said, like nowadays, the reach, I don't really call it an advantage anymore, because if a fighter doesn't know how to use that long reach, it's not an advantage. It's not an advantage. But in this fight, Silva, she was using the long reach, extending those power shots and those front kicks and measuring every time, Yan would try to step in. But Yan, she did time a side kick. She timed the side kick that got her a takedown, and Silva, when she was down on her back, she wasn't lost. She did well trying to raise that guard up, raise that triangle up, looking for the armbar attempt, and she was still landing. She was still landing off of her back, landing some nice strikes, busting Yan up. Silva, with those long legs, when they separated, she landed a good up kick. Yan, she landed a few hard kicks of her own. But then she went right back into the guard looking for big strikes. But Yan, she was taking a lot of damage. And in my opinion, I think Silva was fighting well off of her back, enough to win the round. It was a close, bloody round. But I think Yan, the judges, they gave Yan that round just because of top control. It wasn't really like she was in control, because Silva was still doing more damage off of her back. And then I had to also give her the round because of the effective strikes on her feet. Second round, though, Yan, she pushed her way in with hard kicks to the legs and body. She was really throwing everything on these shots, trying to go for the knockout, trying to break Silva down. But Silva, she was landing the good hard shots, good hard right hand down the pipe, another good front kick with power on it to the face, knocking Yan back. Silva's awkward length and how she throws was really making the shots hurt. That's why I said, whenever you know how to use that length and just fully extend and let that power travel through your arms, you're gonna have that devastating power, as a long, tall striker. So she was throwing these shots, throwing shots, knocking Yan back. Yan, I could tell she was starting to gas after throwing these hard kicks to the head and body. She was starting to gas, so she wanted to go back in and get this fight down to the ground where she could slow the pace down. But Yan made a big mistake. She goes in for that big slam. She locks the body, picks Silva up. But as Silva's getting taken down, on the way down, she locks the neck up of Yan. She locks the neck up of Yan and locks herself right into a guillotine. Yan locks herself right into a guillotine. As she slams her, Silva closes her guard and she tightens that neck up. And she tightens that neck up and closes the guard. Yan is trapped. So what does she do? She can't do anything. She's just forced to tap. So yeah, second round guillotine choke finish for Silva. Very impressed. Like I said, I was very impressed with just the work she was able to do as far as her stand up here. Good long shots, because I'm used to seeing these long, lanky fighters now just kind of get tangled up with their limbs and get taken down and just get put on their back and look like fishes out of water. You know what I mean? But you could see that Karine Silva, she was throwing with authority on her shots. She was landing damage and blows, and she knows how to use her reach. And again, she's good on the ground. She uses those limbs to her advantage. She knows how to raise the guard and be real flexible. So I was impressed. There. But yeah, she definitely deserved her contract. Shout out to Karine Silva. As for Yan Qihui, a lot of work needs to be done there. Just a lot of rushing in, hands down. She's strong, but she needs to use more technique in there. She has to use more technique. But going back to Silva, she could definitely be a threat. I think she just needs to polish up a few things here and there as far as her defense. But I think, you know, whenever she gets into a groove and starts to be more polished with her striking, you know, going to the body a little bit more and, you know, just setting up that right hand off the jab, you can see another long, tall, dominant striker in this flyweight division. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought of the fight. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.